Hey everybody, it's Nick here again with another clip from the Men's Corner. I am coming to you and I'm recording this on April 20. I believe we've been under social distancing and quarantine for about a month at this point. Kind of hard to believe how quick the time's gone. The t-shirts that I mentioned buying in the past video, they've all arrived and it was very exciting for me to be able to open those pieces of mail. And to get to the subject matter at hand today, I am going to be talking with you and to you about the second part of the man box, right? Last week I was talking about like the negative aspects of like male socialization, the sort of like limiting factors. This week I'm going to be talking about how to get out of those lines of thinking, all right? So let's dig in. So the man box can be a very limiting thought pattern for men, right? It like dictates the way that we act around others. It dictates what we should even be wanting for ourselves, right? Instead of like what might truly make us happy, it's giving us this narrative that we should be chasing like financial success and power and just all these sort of like traditional masculine qualities, right? So what I'm going to get into today is sort of the importance of like activating experiences, right? So for me personally, I believe that these are like the first steps to like escaping the man box, right? So to delve into my own personal history, okay? Um, I wasn't always like fully up to speed on like issues and like social justice and like the way that is more like constructive to think about issues, right? I don't think anybody is, but that's the importance of learning experiences. So when I entered this field, I started exploring a lot more feminist theory than I previously had, right? And so when I'm exploring feminist theory, I start to see like, points of personal privilege, points where like maybe my thoughts or words may have hurt someone, right? And so instead of internalizing that and just taking it as like an attack on me, I took that as a moment to sort of like reconsider and readjust my worldview and just sort of take it like, wow, that's interesting. I did not know that. I did not consider that angle. What are ways that I can improve my own personal self? And so I think that like when you're exposed to like maybe some content that like challenges the way that you might think or like maybe challenges a worldview you've held for a while, that can be an activating experience. If you don't treat like new information or people sharing how they feel, just about their own experience in the world, if you don't treat that as a personal attack, I think that can be a very constructive like step in the right direction towards improving oneself and improving one's worldview. And from there, once you've begun improving your worldview, you might start to like critique more about just like the way that other people around you act, and you might be able to take that opportunity to like bring up, hey, the way you're acting towards your partner is not cool. Why are you doing that? And literally just like taking that moment to ask why. I think there's nothing more important in taking the first step towards improving one's like own mental state and own like perception of the world than just asking that simple question, why? So I'd like to challenge you today. I know I've talked briefly about this. I'm trying to keep it a bit short today, but I'd like to challenge you to like think of some ways that you could like ask those why questions in your own life. It's just something to think about. I won't throw out any examples because I know everybody's situation is different, but maybe you see something about the way that like people in your life interact with each other. Think about that. Take that second thought. Ask why. I think there's nothing more important than having that opportunity to take that second thought and think again and address like more critically, if you will. All right. Well, I would welcome any feedback that you might have. You know what to do in the comments section. Be sure to like, subscribe. Let me know if there's anything you'd like me to do more of, less of, whatever it might be. I'm very excited for next week's clip. I'm going to be addressing like the role of men in just like stopping gender-based violence. And I won't give away anything else that I've got planned, but I've got some very good and exciting content for you coming in the pipeline. All right. So once again, this has been Nick. This has been the Men's Corner, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye now.